Hey guys, welcome to How to Be Fancy. I'm Heather and today I'm going to show you how to get this kind of 1940s inspired updo. The style is great, as you'll see, for when your hair just won't curl. It's really humid and hot and doesn't like to hold a curl, so if you're short on time or your hair will not hold a curl, this is kind of a style that you can do. So if you want to see how to get this, just keep watching.
Now, originally when I started to film this video, I was going to do a down, long-haired look, but upon curling my hair and letting them sit for a few minutes and taking them out, I realized that my hair was not holding a curl. So this is my grand improvisation on what to do when you're having a bad hair day. So here I'm just teasing the snot out of the back of my hair. I'm actually going to be using this lower portion of my hair almost as a hair filler or a hair rat to give the bottom portion of this faux bob some volume. Once you tease it, just give it a really good spray and let that dry as much as you can, smoothing everything down into place. And then I'm just going to add a couple of pins at the nape of my neck. It doesn't look pretty right now, but that's okay. Moving on to the second layer of my curls, I'm just going to start kind of brushing this out to smooth it with my Denman brush. I got a new Denman brush and I'm trying to decide if I like it or not. It's boar bristle and it also has a few nylon hairs in it. And then I'm just going to take that layer and tease it as well on the underneath side and then smooth that as good as I can over the top of my little rat's nest that I've created, and then tuck that under and pin it as well. I like to spray as I go just so that I can build the hairspray. It makes everything last a little bit longer and gives you something to work with while you move along. Once that's relatively smoothed down, you just want to make sure you're taking a mirror and checking it because you want to make sure all of that teasing has been covered up. And then move on to your third and final layer, and this is where everything's really going to start looking much more polished and smooth as we work this down over the top of all of that layering. For this top layer, I like to use a fine tooth comb and really smooth everything down. You can use a hair serum here if you want to as well. Just make sure that you're using the middle of the comb so that nothing gets stuck in the little front part of the bristles. And then I'm just using these clips along the base of my hair to push all of the curl toward the bottom of the hair because, again, I want to smooth everything over that little bump that I've created down there. So that's how I'm going to do that and kind of get that vintage ridge that you see in most 1940s hairstyles. This isn't an exact page boy. It's a little bit more of a faux bob slash updo. I don't know. I've seen a few different Hollywood starlets wear this kind of look and thought I would try to recreate it since I was in a pinch. If you have any little pieces that come sticking out, it's real easy just to roll them up, put a little pin in, and work them into the lower portion of the hair. And again, just spray and smooth everything out. I like to use the base of my comb or my brush to really get a nice smooth effect. Then we're going to start working on the front. I'm just going to use my fingers and a little bit of hair serum to combine all of those curls together. And then I'm going to tease it here for a little bit of volume. I don't want a ton of volume, so I'm just focusing on the root and really working on melding all of this hair together into one big volumized section. Once I've got all of this teased, I'm going to give it another little spritz because why not? Then I'm going to take my bristle brush and smooth everything over. I'm going to split that right above my eyebrow. I like to use my eyebrows as guides for victory rolls and barrel curls and all of that fun stuff. And I'm just going to take this front one and roll it down toward the right side of my face. Make sure it's flat kind of against the back of the head so there's no holes peeking through. Spray it and smooth it over with a comb. Sorry for my roots, I'm trying to decide what on earth I want to do with my hair, so this is where we are in the hair color game. I have no shame. I'm going to take that other little section, tease it on the back side just like I did before, smooth it, and roll it as best as I can around my two little fingers here, and place it just behind that front roll. pin it into place, and you can pin as much as you want. This is pretty much hidden, so you don't have to worry too much about your pins showing. Sometimes I do like to take a pin on the back side of the curl as well. Just depends on how secure it's feeling on my head. Moving on to the other side, we're going to repeat that process, brush through, give a good tease on the back there, and then just simply spritz it, smooth it, and then roll it down toward the other curls. And you can lay this however you want. I just kind of like to see where the hair naturally wants to roll and then kind of let it do its thing. I'm going to pin this in. I've got some loose hairs on the back of this one that I actually ended up pinning, so that got a little bit more secure. Next, I'm going to take out the clips in the back of the hair, and I hate these clips because they do leave little lines of demarcation. I'm going to cover them up, but if you weren't going to, you would want to make sure you used different types of clips to hold your hair down. Now I'm just going to take an accessory. You could use a flower. I'm using a bow here. Smoothing everything out, probably give it one more spritz, and here is the final look. This is what you do in a pinch when you don't have any other options. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.